One. Oh, I guess I can go live on Instagram too. We are live. So nice. Okay. And we are really gonna have to figure out because I put on here public, but then it always goes to friends. And I don't know what that's all about. However, does that happen to you too? Oh, okay. But yours goes to public though. Mine did that with hey, what's up? Anastasia says, how's it going today? She said, hi dear. What's up? How y'all feeling? Ladies, that's what's up. All right. So we are live here and we are waiting for my hey, what's up? Facebook. We're on Facebook, YouTube, X. We're starting to do X. And we're also doing Bigo. So we got a bunch of platforms. Do you like playing games? Bigo, I don't know. Y'all be asking some questions. And that's cool. I like y'all to get involved and stuff like that. But we got a topic we're going to talk about here today. And it's going to be going down. Did you get that link? Yeah. Okay, so we're just waiting on James to pop in. And I'm going to see how everything sounds. But to answer your game on Bigo, no, I don't like playing games. I don't know if that's a bot or not, but where is it coming from? Bigo always asks me if I like playing games. I don't know if that's a bot or not. Huh? be on some bots. So we're gonna definitely have to see. There we go.
Yes, sir. Hold on, let me adjust my Zoom real quick.
Okay. So just make sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. That's much better.
So just make sure. Okay, cool. All right. If we get an echo, y'all please let me know because we're trying to make sure everything is turned down.
I could put my headphones on, but you probably have to go on mute.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure this is turned down too.
For sure.
Okay. So I just need to know if everybody can hear me good. If it's sounding good to everybody, just let me know. We need to adjust something. But we are on live.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Johnnie. Y'all all know me. And y'all all know my guest here too. Quite possibly, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself. He said he needs no introduction.
Man, my name is Hamza. You can call me James though. And I run the Yali podcast and a couple of other things. And it just is what it is. Nothing too crazy. We're building this studio up, brick by brick or whatever. Snowfall. What was the guy from Snowfall? Whatever he said.
Yeah, that's what's up. So tell us a little bit about your podcast.
So the main podcast, the Yali podcast, we do a little bit of conversating about what's the best, most appropriate way to say it. We talk about biblical concepts from a non-popular perspective. It's mixed in with a few other things, but predominantly we're talking about biblios, talking about the truth of the Bible, that kind of thing, rousing people's spirits up, of course. And that's what its main intention, main focus, main function is about.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about when you go on and when you do what you do.
Usually Sundays is the day. The main show is on Sunday. We like to get guests from different walks of life to come in and talk about one specific kind of topic. But usually that show is Sunday at 7. You can catch that on Facebook, the YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Rumble.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. So, like I said, we're on a couple of different platforms, and I'm so excited about how this thing is going. It looks really decent. So that's what's up.
For sure.
So, all right. So the topic today, and this has been on my mind lately. The topic today is things we regret, and how do we deal with it? How do we deal with things that we regret?
That's a great question.
Because I have been going through some things that I feel like I should have did in life, and because of that, man, I should have did that. Man, I should have, And I know that you can't go back. And my son was telling me like that, like you can't really go back.
That's right.
And change things in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's hard, y'all, when you regret something that you know probably would have changed your life, and you can't go back. So the question is, the first question today is things we regret and how do we deal with it? Has there ever been a time in your life that you regretted doing something?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you don't have to be specific.
No, I'm gonna be specific.
Okay.
My father was a big stickler on going to school, getting an education, and because we had such a tumultuous relationship, I rejected following that advice. Now, do I think that there's pros and cons to me making that decision? Sure. But ultimately, I think that I would be in a lot better financially, be in a much better place financially if I had listened to that advice. And, as a kid, I just kind of tried to reject the idea of being like my dad. So, yeah, for sure. I would have definitely did that differently if I could go back.
Yeah, no doubt. Somebody on here said, "I love you." Hi, friend, I love you. I don't know who on Bigo. I don't know about nobody on Bigo, but
yeah, Bigo is something different.
they sure love.
Bigo is madness, bro.
Bigo's mad love right now.
For sure.
I love you too, whoever that is. So, now we're just having fun, but so. You had a situation, and you were a very smart dude. I would have never. Wait a minute, you went to high school, so you did some schooling.
I didn't finish high school,
but you didn't finish high school. So, how do you think it? Well, let's ask you, how do you think it could have changed your life? You said it could have made you more financially.
In my mind, well, first of all, I'm an autodidact. You know what an autodidact is?
No, I was trying to figure that out when you said it.
An autodidact is someone who has a proclivity to teach themselves. So I don't learn well when other people try to teach me, but I learn very well when I teach myself. I've always been like that. And because I knew I had that proclivity as a young man, I thought in my mind, I don't have to go to school or finish school because it doesn't matter for me. I can teach myself, and that's what all these employers are looking for, right? No,
right.
Not what they're looking for. They want to know. So, first of all, later on in life, I discovered that college is about networking. And that's the unique thing about college that I missed, that I didn't take advantage of. I said I didn't finish high school, but I did go to college for a short period of time. And that's the thing that I missed, was the networking aspect. And man, that's a serious thing to miss out on in life, man, for sure.
Right. No doubt, no doubt. So, and you did say you regret that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, how do you deal with that? Like, is that something that bothers you when you wait? Because I have regrets about some things that I know would have probably changed my life. But how do you deal with that? Like, is that something that's on your mind when you wake up in the morning?
No, not anymore. Not anymore. I dealt with it in therapy. But it is something that I do consciously look back on when I make new decisions. When I make new choices, I think to myself, am I missing out on something? Am I missing a step in something that could cause me to make the wrong decision? So when I make decisions now, I think about that idea because I made that mistake of not taking that step because I thought I could go to where I was trying to go without it. And you can, but it's going to take, much longer, a lot more to prove because you don't have that paper, if that makes sense.
Right. So, with that being said, how do you deal with that though? And I may have asked you that before, but I'm just trying to get to
Like mentally.
the root.
You mean
Yeah,
like mentally?
How do you deal with that?
Oh, well, I kind of did answer it. I dealt with it in therapy. So I used to be a very angry guy. I used to be a very disgruntled, unhinged kind of guy. And one day in going to therapy because I got robbed at an employer that I used to work for, my former father-in-law advised me to go get therapy so that I could win the lawsuit in that matter. But when I went to the therapist actually was able to open me up and talk to me about a lot of the psychological issues that I have. One of them being I did not go to school. It's weighing down on me. I didn't want to be like my dad, but maybe that part of my dad I should have taken from. It was a lot of things, man. But therapy essentially really helped me figure that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's a big thing because I think we all need therapy. I think a lot of Black folks kind of shy away from therapy because we've always been told to just kind of deal with it on our own, kind of pray about it, get on your knees and pray about it, and it'll work itself out, things like that. Which I'm not opposed to. I think that does happen to an extent.
Yeah.
But also, I think that therapy is definitely something that we need to take a look at and try to, because you're talking to people from the outside. You're not talking to people who are in your circle. Because sometimes your friends can be like, yeah, you're right, and they just agree. They don't want to, kind of deal with
rock the boat. They don't want to rock the boat.
They don't want to depress you, so they may just agree with you just to be agreeing.
For sure.
But when you're dealing with somebody as far as therapy, they're on the outside looking. They're not on the inside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're on the outside, so they can kind of deal with your situation. They don't have any skin in the games.
Correct.
You agree with that?
I agree. Yeah, for sure.
Right. So, situation I'm dealing with, I just felt like there's an opportunity for me to take over our family house. As I was, going through a divorce and things like that.
Yeah.
But I was going through so much and things like that. And then the house that I did, it was a house that I had signed up for, I had to down deposit, things like that. And they just about giving you back the deposit and stuff. They lift you back out of the deal.
I know it.
So I felt like even at the time, I was like, I didn't really want to live in the South, and so I was like, I lived in South my whole life, so I was just like, I'll take this apartment because I've always wanted a dope, and this was like a dope house. So I was like, man, I had dreams and a dope house and things like that. So I passed up on the deal to live in that house, and that's something that I regret to today because that it could have possibly made me. I would have, saved my money definitely. You know what I'm saying? One.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's like I would have been further along like that. However, and there's some things that like sometimes, if you believe in like the higher spirit or
for sure,
I'm not sure,
100%.
But it could have been a reason why those things didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
And not to interrupt you.
No,
I completely agree. The drawback is, remember I said that I felt like it had some pros and cons, me not going to school, because if I had gone, I was already a very shallow individual. I was already kind of like, when I left home, I was in a position to where I never knew what EBT was. Now I'm on my own. I need EBT. I need Link. I need to figure out what this is. For the first year, I didn't get it because I was so prideful. Like, if you might remember, you might be old enough to remember a time when Link was like, you had Link people look down on you. And that was the situation for me. and I felt like it was embarrassing to have it, so I didn't get it. Anyway, long story short, the point that I'm making is that if I would have gone to school and finished and became successful in, more than likely something in the IT field, I would have passed up on a lot of experiences. I would have been a much more shallow and quote unquote bougier person. And it just would have ended up negatively for me. So it could be possible that your experience was not allowed for you because who knows what could have happened.
Right.
You could have been saved from something. You could have been protected from something. Who knows?
Right. And that's kind of how I think about it too. Is like there may be something that that I was being protected from, as far as not doing that deal, things like that. But
That's
I
right.
mean, it's just hard to deal with because you go back and think, and you start thinking, what if this and what if that? And I mean, it kind of gets you down,
That's
And I
right.
know sometimes like you'll catch me thinking about stuff like, like you okay, like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just
Right.
I'm in a moment in my life where it's just like I'm at that point to like, what if I would have did this? What if I would have did that? How would my life be different?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I mean, you make a very good point as far as sometimes the universe allows things to happen so you don't go down certain paths and stuff like that. So I do feel that. I can definitely feel that.
That's right.
So no doubt. But I think that ultimately I will go get some counseling here probably in the near future.
Yeah, you should, man. And not even necessarily because, there's just something wrong with you. Not even, I think like I'm just getting to a point in my life where I'm starting to understand I got to get a checkup at the doctor. Your mind is an organ. You gotta check on that thing, man.
Yes.
Check on that thing.
I got a checkup this year, last year. But I was with my ex-wife. She definitely made sure that I check up. It's just like a trend. I just kept doing it. You definitely have to get. I know a guy who, went to school and worked hard. I mean, older guy got his degree and stuff like that, making good money, $45 an hour.
Oh wow, okay.
That type of stuff. And they end up dying because the fact you didn't go get checked up and you didn't keep yourself together. So I think we do that sometimes. It's like, man, we feel like we got to hustle.
Yep.
We get that next check or whatever like that. We're thinking about money, but we got to think about our health and like that. You know me, I'm right now. That's one thing I am big on as far as trying to make sure our health is right. Because when you get older and you see it on Facebook every day, like people dying and stuff like that. And people, oh my God, this is hard. I can't believe he died. We was the last. I always say this. My generation was the last generation. Well, I'll say the generation before mine. The generation before mine was the last generation to have all natural food. Like after that, it all block this process. Generation after mine, like in your generation, it's almost all processed.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you didn't get that fresh food. Like I remember, like my grandma outside, like chucking peas and corn and stuff like that. They got the freshness of fresh.
Right.
I talked to one guy. He was like, even when you go get vegetables in the grocery store today, you're not getting the nutrition from it because it's been dealt with in certain ways.
That's right.
Certain things are stripped away. Certain things, the way it was even grown in the ground, it's not. You're not getting the full vitamins as you used to get when generation before mine was coming. So you just have to be careful, man.
Right.
Really take care of your body.
Yeah, you got to take care of your body, man. It's so unfortunate that it's taken me so long to figure this nonsense out, man. I'm 32 and I'm waking up, man. It's like I feel like I'm waking up out of bed and I just did a whole 10-hour shift.
Wow,
man, it's not.
You
good,
mean as far as exhausted, or?
Yeah, I'm waking up exhausted, man. And what I think it is actually I sit down at work. I'm on the forklift truck. It's messing up my back. The way the energy works throughout your body and passing through the spine. You mess up that spine, you could throw your whole situation off. Dealing with all kind of back pain, man. But I know that when I go full time in the studio, that's gonna go away, man. I know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're in a fork truck anyway, you're taking all types of bumps and stuff like that.
Man.
lit the stuff. The shocking is it's somewhat there. It's not, it's not there,
Oh,
100%.
it's not there at all. Every bump is like you just pound it in your spine.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying, when you with a nice lady and you're driving to her. It's like that's what's happening to my spine, Johnny.
It's so long, brother. I'm just joking.
That's funny. But yeah, man, taking care of your body is of the utmost importance, brother. We gotta do it, man. Especially for our kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, saying, bringing on the next. I was telling I don't want to get too far off the topic, but health is something that we definitely have to take a look at and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to be regretful of that and then be at a certain age and then certain things you can't reverse.
Mm-hmm.
It's good that you picked up on it now.
Yeah.
At your age, because now you can change some things.
Mm-hmm.
Which you being, I think I heard 32.
Yeah.
When you get 35, your testosterone is gone. I don't know if you know that.
Mm.
Your ability to build muscle is really no longer there. Unless you just got strong genes from the generation before. And that's why, you take testosterone and do it like that. So now is a good time for you to really, get stuff together. So I commend you on waking up and realizing that.
For sure.
You'll do good. And you're a type of person, I think you talk about religion a lot, and you watch what you put in your body and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be easy for you to take that transition and stuff like that. So
for sure.
Shout out to you. Yeah.
For sure.
So that's cool. So the next time we're gonna talk about is going to be, and y'all, if y'all watching this, I see people tapping out. That's cool. This is going to be the first of many shows with this type of format. We get a different background, as you see in the back. It says man on live, but we're going to get a different backdrop and all that stuff. So it's definitely building and growing. But this is the first one. But if you're on YouTube, make sure you're following, subscribe to my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my YouTubers out there.
That's right.
If you're on Facebook, make sure you liking it and sharing. You got the banner down there, and it's asking you to like, share, follow, things like that. So just show some love, y'all. It doesn't take a whole lot to hit. It doesn't take anything to hit that like button. I say that it doesn't take a whole lot. It really is. It doesn't take a whole lot of nothing. You just hit the like button,
right?
The like will pop up, and things are happening. And when you do that, you explain this, y'all. I think some people, they see me on Facebook, they ask me, like, why do I care about likes and shares?
Man, let me get out of here with that nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta know, like, that promotes your page.
Right.
And me trying to run a business and promote myself,
it's
likes
something,
and
right.
shares, huh?
It's something you gotta have. It's like
you gotta have, right?
If and the inverse is you at work.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling your coworker you got to have a certain amount of sales to get that commission.
Yes.
No one is going to think, well, why are you so focused on sales? Like, that's dumb.
Right.
We got a job to do. This is one of our positions, roles we play.
Mm-hmm.
If you like the content, hit the like button. How hard is it to hit the like? We got people that, brother, because it's me or you, they won't hit the like button.
And not only that, it's like, I can get business to fuck with me because they see me getting a likes,
right?
Shares. Like when I do pictures club, I have females coming to me now because I take a lot of pictures of females and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They come to me, they be like, "Post my picture. You better post my picture." Why? Because they know like a lot of people watch my stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they want to see. Imagine if I took pictures of girls and they all get like 100 likes. Without doing my business, like they were blood and what they. I don't even get a whole lot of likes now, but they picture on my Facebook page. They know everybody on my Facebook page. And people talk, they don't like, but they talk. You see it face to face. You know what I'm saying? So now they come to me and be like, "You better." I had one girl, she literally put me to the side yesterday. I mean, like grabbed me and pulled me to the side. Why you want to put you on Facebook? Why you put everybody else on Facebook?
And you know what's so cold about that? Let me tell you a story. I was dealing with this girl at one point, and this was after I had worked at a job where I was her coworker, right? And I never thought this girl thought anything about me. Never. Until at that time I came and, had a conversation with her.
Yeah.
We ran back into each other. And so the conversation was, we used to call you lying. That she's saying they used to talk about me all the time. I used to wear my head, I'd be wearing the headdress.
Yeah.
But I used to wear it differently to where it looked like I had a lion's mane on.
Oh, okay.
So she's saying they used to talk about me. They used to call me lying, but nobody ever said anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a private conversation.
Yeah.
So sometimes people don't like that. Don't mean
they watch it. Because
exactly.
you could only get like 10 likes on the post.
Mm-hmm.
Then you put it on the hospital rating, you would be like 100 views.
Exactly.
People are watching,
exactly.
and that's the whole thing, is they know that people are watching.
Mm.
That's why they want me to put my picture on it, because they want to be seen by people.
Right.
But the thing is, if you are sharing it, like, okay, here's how it works. Facebook is a popularity concept. That's what it is. What it is. It's a popularity concept. So I could post something in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So if I post a BON picture in the morning,
mm-hmm.
everybody's not gonna see that BON picture. Now, all 5,000 of my friends are not gonna see that BON picture,
right?
Because there's so many people that's posted,
mm-hmm.
and so that will go to the bottom. Like, if don't nobody like it, Facebook will send that picture to the bottom of the stash. So you may only have like 20 people who seen that picture.
Exactly.
But the moment somebody like it, it takes it to the top.
Right.
Then it goes back down to the bottom. If somebody like it again, every time you like and share, it takes that picture to the top, because now they're like this top. And you kind of teach me about that on Twitter. Like, when people start liking stuff, it takes it to the top, and then once the algorithms take over, the algorithms, oh, this is popular. And then after the algorithms hit it, really ain't nobody gonna touch it no more, because they're gonna start spreading it around. Like, look at this picture. Look at this picture. You see this picture?
Right.
This picture, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
After that, you may not have to do nothing. But of course, if your picture's popular, more people will start liking it. So it's just a whole way that nature that this thing works. But we'll get into all that, because I know that y'all don't understand that. Gotta come here, you can hear that type of stuff. But I'm just saying, the more you like and share and post, it's not about being vague and vain. It's a way for me to build my business with no cost to you.
That's right.
I'm not asking you for $1.
Not $1. Not $1. Just a tap on the phone screen.
Tap on the phone screen.
Just a tap.
We just had to get that out there. I'm gonna have to share that, clip that and share it. Okay, so the last topic we'll talk about today. I won't take a whole lot of your time, but hopefully we can help to understand. But I was asking the other day, this history. What the fuck are we supposed to do?
Man, I'm so sensitive about this topic, because I think I'm hearing more and more Black people say, like, Black History Month doesn't matter. And I used to be one of these people. But here's the difference. Here's the thing that gets me. You say Black History Month doesn't matter. Is that your way of saying you're not interested in building up your people? Is that your way of communicating? You're, as we call it in the Israelite community, are you an individualite? Are you somebody that's just really out for yourself, building up yourself, not your people? Okay, if that's who you are, that's fine. But don't mask it and trying to say that Black History Month is useless or meaningless. Now, on the flip side, if you say that Black History Month is important, okay, well, I'm seeing more and more Black woman images at the libraries. I'm seeing more Black woman impressions. Is it Black Woman History Month or Black History Month? Like, what is the objective here? Are we allowing the quote unquote dominant society to tell us or to separate us individually again? Are we going to continue being separated as Black men and Black women? Because, they get a grant to the Black women now.
Yes, of course.
They get a grant to the Black women. The Black men don't get the grants. Johnny, I don't know if you know that or not.
Of course. You're being phased out.
Absolutely. I'm not going to be phased out.
That's
the goal. But in any case, Black History Month, I actually have changed my mind in the years about this topic, because I think it actually is important. Not just because we got to keep learning about, Barack Obama, who is ethnically not our ethnic group. He's not us technically. Technically, he ain't us.
It just changed my life.
But anyway, we could talk about Martin Luther King. We could talk about Malcolm X. But your question is important, Johnny. What are we gonna do now?
Like, what are we gonna do? What are we? Nobody ever told us.
It's Black History Month. Go do something. Nobody said anything like that. They just say it's Black History Month. But our parents, it's like, I don't know who taught you about Black History Month, but I learned exactly about it from the school system. So are we going to trust the same people who are putting us in mental shackles to give us this impression of us through Black History Month? That's my question. That's my issue with it. Are we going to take control over it and do something with it? Or are we just going to let it be a 28, 29-day period and call it a day?
We're going to have a club night. We're going to have a barbecue.
That's better than nothing, Johnny. I'll do that. I'll do that. We could get us a little collective going. Call it the BHC, the Black History Collective.
Right.
The Black History Collective. We're going to barbecue. We're going to eat some healthy food. You know what I'm saying? We're going to tell each other stories about our history. We're going to dance.
Get back to you on that.
Man, it's going to be cold. It was your idea, Johnny. Don't forget.
Yeah, I'm about to get back to you on that one. I got my ribs.
No, I'm saying we can have a healthy food and an unhealthy food. We can barbecue and have a healthy food. That's all I'm saying.
Right. And that, I mean, well, all honesty, I just decided, like, what are we supposed to do? What's this? 17, 18? What? Have I done what I'm supposed to do for this month?
Man, I think the only thing you have to do is pay taxes and be Black, man. And you're in.
I don't know. It feels like something's supposed to happen.
Well, the thing is,
to accomplish something. We're supposed to use this time
to accomplish something.
Thank you.
Absolutely. The problem is, Brother Johnny, is that the thing we did is the thing we're supposed to be doing, Johnny. Mm-hmm. The thing that me and you and my wife did, that's the thing we're supposed to be doing. But a lot of our people, and I'm not even going to say it, a lot of the people is really our men. I can't even lie, Johnny. A lot of our men don't want to get up and move. We street teach, Johnny.
Right.
I was telling you this the other day.
Yes.
We street teach. If our objective was to mobilize 50 women to get up with us and do something, Johnny, if we took a whole 8-hour period, I promise you, we could at least get 45. Do the same thing with the men, Johnny. We're not going to get one. Uh-oh, what happened? We out of here?
No. Keep going, please. I'm taking on a bunch of hats and things like that, so I'm just trying to make sure the stuff is running right.
But if we do it for the men, Johnny, we're not going to get even one. We see this week in and week out. Our men we're just broken. We're broken. And it goes back to your original topic. What mentally are we doing with our brokenness? How do we mentally deal with these things we're regretting in our mind? Because that's what's causing it, Johnny. Mm-hmm. See, Black men got the same traumas and stresses as the Black woman, but people are giving the Black women an outlet and giving us just shut up and go keep working.
Right.
You're not working, you're not rich, you're worthless. That takes a toll on a man, Johnny.
Right.
Now, do we still have to do it? 100% absolutely. But at the end of the day, a lot of us are really just giving up and quitting and saying none of it is worth it. Sir Charles Morris says facts. 100%. Our men, we just don't want to get up, man. We don't want to do it. We don't want to make moves. And if you could get 20 of us, Johnny, you know how much our rent is. Imagine if it was 20 of us all putting in on studio equipment. Man, we could make something really shake, Johnny. But our brothers, man, they just don't want to get up. They don't want to make it.
I was talking about that the other day, too. Like, or I was talking about this today on my podcast earlier. It was called Women Take Over. And even in the club, like you see women sticking together. They walking through the club together. They could be holding hands. I mean, not even just. I mean, like a friendship type. I'm not saying that guys should do that, but they are together. They got the togetherness. Like black men ain't got no togetherness. Like we walk to the club, we mean mugging.
Yep.
And I get it, like women, like they was doing a lot of fighting these last couple of years. But like they was fighting each other almost like for their respect. They wouldn't fight you like I'm gonna try to kill you. Like when brothers fighting and we shoot and we, you know what I'm saying? Like we shoot in the club, we try to kill each other.
Right.
But when they was fighting, they was like almost like they fighting for each other's respect. And now that they feel like they got each other's respect, like okay, now it's time to move on.
Right.
Let's go get our money. Let's go to school, girl. Let's you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you don't get that with guys. We just like wish the worst on each other, and it's just horrible. Like I go to the store, and I'm not young, you know what I'm saying? But I go to the store, and like older kids, because they think I'm young, like they won't even speak to me.
Man, that's tough. What do you do with that? What do you think is a good way to handle that?
What's up? Are you on my live?
You talking to me?
What's up? Can you hear the discussion? She jumped on my live. We have somebody, a beautiful lady who's on my live. What's up? Hold up, Bigo. Yo, this dude Bigo.
Yeah, Bigo will get you, man.
What you say?
Bigo's on some other stuff, man.
Bigo got me going all the way around the world. Got people on my live. I don't know how to end Bigo.
Man.
But females have that togetherness to where
absolutely
they stick together. And I don't understand. Oh no, we gotta get rid of this.
Bigo? What they talking about?
Yeah.
Bigo be on some other stuff. I'm telling y'all, man.
Yeah,
they on Bigo.
Oh my god.
I used to debate on Bigo.
You used to debate on Bigo?
I used to debate on Bigo.
I ain't got time to debate with nobody on Bigo. But we doing a live. We're talking about Black History Month. So if you got something you want to say about Black History Month, you definitely tap in. But I think we're gonna get rid of Bigo.
Yeah, Bigo's on some other stuff, bro. They always I don't know what be going on
Bigo.
A
different level. But so I just think like females have it together. It's like during the pandemic, they were. I didn't know they were doing like book clubs and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't like we was kind of almost like we were keeping to ourselves to where they was doing book clubs. They was getting together. They was meeting up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that goes a long way.
Yeah.
A long way. So now you got a lot of females who are taking male positions. They, being truck drivers and stuff like that, which is good.
Yeah.
But us men, we don't have that togetherness type thing. Yep. And the reason why I mentioned that is because of what you were saying. It's just not togetherness.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we don't have unity, man. And I'm at a point, honestly, Johnny. I know nobody wants to say this, and I don't want to have to say it. But there's gonna have to come a point, I've talked about this before, where we collectively as a group just realize that we gotta leave those brothers behind, man. I don't know why I'm blurry. Let me fix that real quick. Let me switch it.
Is that Sir Charles? So Charles said, brothers should rather hate, let down, talk.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
And then we don't want to stand up for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like Facebook Facebook has divided black men more than I've ever seen in my life.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like we feel like we have an image or something to upload on Facebook. We gotta be the toughest, we gotta be the coolest one on Facebook. When have we ever had to try to be the coolest person in the room? That makes no sense. We don't stand up for each other. I mean, when have you ever seen another brother stand up for another brother on Facebook? Like, man, no, that ain't right. Don't talk about him.
Yeah.
So we just jump in and join the party.
Yeah, there was a book written. Dang it, it's got me grayed out on the live, man. I don't know what the heck happened. Sir Charles Moore says, "No real love is absolute facts." What was I about to say? I was about to say, look, at the end of the day, going back to what you were saying a minute ago, what do you think needs to happen for us to fish those guys out? The guys that actually want to get up and do something, what do you think that should? What do you think that looks like? What do you think that should be?
That's the movement I'm on. And then what else say? We'll leave you behind.
Oh, you read the comment. That's the movement I'm on. We'll leave you behind. That's what I'm saying, Johnny. We gotta leave them behind. They
Right.
don't want to grow. They don't want to cultivate. They don't want to develop. They don't want to be. They don't want to do. They don't want to shake. They don't want to move. What's the topic? Peanut says, "What's the topic?" The topic is what is the topic, Johnny? I don't forgot the topic.
Black History Month. What the F are we supposed to do?
Man,
And then it got into the point of men getting left behind.
Man, we are, bro. We are
by not doing what we're supposed to do.
It's
I
facts.
talked to this lady, Sharonda today. Ironically, that's my ex-wife.
That's your ex-wife?
Name.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
That's my ex-wife's
I
name.
didn't mean to go in like that.
Yeah.
I was like, "Dang, you gotta heard the podcast."
We're gonna bring our ex-wives on the podcast.
Oh, that won't.
Ex-wives and ex-girlfriends on the podcast.
That won't go good over
here. She was saying that women are trying to get better and trying to get the guys to join in.
Yeah.
And step it up and be that one again.
Yeah, the problem is with that though is that they give women a different protocol, set of rules.
I get it, but if that's their thinking, like we trying to get ourselves together so y'all can come back and be the one. If we don't get ourselves together, we ain't never gonna come back and try to be the one.
Man, we're not, bro. We're not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And not to make it about the Bible, but the scriptures say that there will come a time where there's going to be 7 women to each man, and that they would make their own bread and make their own clothes, and they will say, "Just take away our reproach." That's how rare is going to be to find a good man at a certain point in time. I think that's talking about now.
Right. Because we can't be all, excuse my language, we can't all be bitches.
Man,
out here, like
we can't all be bitches,
bro. We gotta be the male figure to where, like, okay, we're gonna do this, do that.
Right.
But we all trying to say it feels like that now. We all even trying to come to the same girl. Like, if that's the man's girl, leave that alone.
Bro, that's never that is so what there's so many women.
Yeah.
You can go to a club, that's not a sin.
Yeah.
You can go to the grocery store, the church, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You can find a single woman. But some
they
women
know it's easy. They know it's easier access because all they have to do is fill in the gaps.
I'm gonna find me a sad woman who's tired of her husband.
Yeah.
I know she's gullible. Yeah. I know that she's gonna go for it. And I'm just gonna take advantage of her, but nobody looks at it.
No bills. You ain't gotta deal with the stress of the kids.
Man.
You ain't gotta deal with none of that. You're just taking advantage of it. And like you said, there's plenty of single women, but they feel like that's easy access.
Man.
And that's bogus. Like, that's not gonna make you a man.
No,
that's not gonna make you ain't never gonna know how to treat a woman, make her happy, keep giving her stuff except for that little time that you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, that shit ain't good. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Peanut says, but some women want to be dominant. Listen, just like we gotta leave the men that don't want to get up and be and do behind. We got to leave these non-feminine. Let me say it one more time. These non-feminine, incompetent, don't want to do right women in the past. Let them go. It's as simple as that. Stop rewarding them with children and time and effort if they're not the women that we need them to be in our lives, especially if we're men like Johnnie, and I'm assuming the brother Charles and hopefully the brother Peanut. If we're men that's trying to get up and build and be and do, if you have the option to be with a better woman, just go be with a better woman. That's my personal perspective.
You should take some time anyway to try to before you be with somebody.
Absolutely.
But I know guys that when I'm coming up and stuff like that, and I'm not like I'm mad like this, but trying to have babies so they can be with that woman, you know, so they got ties. So we had a generation of people just, you know, trying to have babies just so they could be in that girl's life for, you know, always. So they're not doing it right. You know, we've gotten away from even doing things the way it's supposed to be done. The black family is crumbling.
Crumbling.
You You know what I'm saying? So I get it with the dominant women, but there's a reason why they felt that they have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason they felt like they had to take on the role as a. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them, there's a reason they felt like they have to take on the mom and dad role because some of these guys is like, I'm not trying to be here. I'm gone. I'm out.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So they felt like I had to do the mom now. There's women that push the men out of their life because they're, whatever they had
Right.
inside of it, they don't need them to be around and jealous or whatever. You know, that's totally different. But, I can only speak on the guys. I know like some guys, and I know a lot of guys that know wasn't trying to be there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? After all this and all of that. So they did it out. And I'm not saying that it's right for them to be dominant, but there's a reason they got to that point. Women will adapt. Women will adapt to their surroundings. They're, so I know a lot of women who have a lot,
Mhm.
a lot. You know what I'm saying? They've been just, language again, let it out. You know what I'm saying?
But that was their choices, though.
Drugged out, but sometimes they can build themselves back up, go to school, become nurses. A lot of these people, you got like today, nurses or whatever. If you sit and talk to them about their childhood, you're like, damn, you went through all of that.
Yeah.
You still accomplish what you are today. Like, I don't know if we have that, if men have that, to where if we just went through the worst-ish possible to get back on our feet, dust ourselves back off, and become something great.
Mhm.
Do you think we do?
Oh, for sure we would. For sure we would. If it wasn't a headache and a nightmare having to do it alone, it would definitely be marginally easier. It would be significantly easier to do it that way. Unfortunately, we don't have that. And we still have to get up and be and do. We still have to get up and be and do. And the women have to do the same thing, but they did the reverse role. They did the reverse role. Instead of striving to become more feminine, they just allow themselves to succumb to their masculinity. And it's not real masculinity for real, for real.
Right.
It's just yelling and shouting because you think that that's what a man is supposed to do.
That's crazy.
And
I feel you.
A situation like that where I was with a girl that I had no business being with, Johnny. I picked the wrong one trying to have some fun, right? Ended up in a situation with her, tried to do right by her, was finna put her in an actual house she wanted to live on Section 8, Johnny. She was afraid to take that leap and take that step.
Wow.
She had fear in her for that. And so just like the men got work to do, women like that, you can't help them, Johnny.
Yeah, I went through a long time, like years and years with the same thing. And I kept trying to get a job, get out there, get credit for herself. She did not want to do that. She didn't want to do good for herself, but I was still holding on. First of all, I wanted somebody in my life, and she was just bad to me. Like, she was like, look at her, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? It take much to get me in a mood. I need her in my life. And I spent a lot of time, a lot of years going through a divorce, but a lot of time trying to please her and get her to, take that role to, I'm saying, just have 2 incomes in the house or some shit like that. You get your own stuff, but she never wanted to get that role. It wasn't until like I got to a point I had to kick her out because my money was draining. And now, like, look at her now. She's still beautiful. She's still doing her thing. And now she's making money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, same thing I wanted you to do for me.
Yeah.
All that, and you realize that I wasn't doing it more. You're not making money, and you just gotta realize that if it's not good for you, you gotta push on.
For sure.
Yeah, hopefully I get too far the topic. But I'm just thinking about that. Damn, like that's crazy that you just said that. Like you be hitting on some good notes, like real.
Man.
You say that. Yeah.
For sure, man. For sure. We all got a lot of work to do. We can't keep wasting time doing it.
Yeah. What's the first step, though? What do you think is the first step for us to, collectively to?
The first step is to acknowledge that somebody is playing with us. I'm not going to say who I think is playing with us. I'm not going to say that on your live and get you a shadow bed. But somebody, some group of people is playing with us, Johnny.
Yeah,
they're making us They're making us believe that our women are supposed to be our head. They're making us believe single female-led households is something to be proud of. It's not. If you have to get up and do it because your situation is the man up and left.
What was that one sitcom with single?
Yeah.
With those single women in it.
No.
Single. You never seen that with Latifah? Little girl from We Are Living Single. We Are Living. They had a whole sitcom.
Man, I didn't watch a lot of TV growing
They
up.
had a whole sitcom called Living Single.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Which is absolute madness. Listen, John, if I'm 65, 70, I need somebody to help me. My kids ain't gonna want to be there every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something unnatural about wanting to quote unquote live single. Why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
Like, if you got the money, I get hiring a maid. You know what I'm saying? You really want the time, you got the money to still have some company and somebody to help. The reality is, Johnny, our people are gullible and dumb. I hate to say it that way, but our people, man, they just don't want to invest in any information or knowledge. Now, not to make it about this, but I'm gonna give you an example. Do you know how many times I hear something like, just an example, something like, the white man wrote the Bible. You tell the average person who makes that claim, okay, prove it. Johnny, they can't prove it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, give me the evidence. There's no evidence, Johnny.
Right.
Our people are so easily swayed by things they find on social media. And that goes the same with this whole living single nonsense idiocy. Like, you don't want to be single.
Right.
Nobody wants to be single, Johnny.
But they feed us this. Like, we're going to pick it up with, like, they had sitcoms about it. The music, I think, is a big part of it.
That's right.
You know, that's the one to live single. I don't want your man. I mean, I want no man. And stuff like that. You know, it's a whole. It makes feeding to us, right? Not spoonfuls. They give it to us every single day.
Right. I just saw a post the other day, Johnny, that said all of those women in the 90s were singing, I don't want no scrub. And they ended up with the same scrub that they were singing about in the song. I just thought that was an interesting point.
Yeah. Beyonce, she made her career about, being single. From being single.
100%, Johnny.
But she got paid to teach people that.
To be single.
To be single.
To be alone. To be by yourself. To do it all by yourself.
Yeah.
And we fell for it.
Yeah. I think the same as is painting a picture for us right now. And the people who are behind it, that's a gag, because I was telling you about who was behind Susie Fox. It wasn't until they had, what was that, Grammy, Oscar just a little while ago.
Yeah.
Everybody like, look, Fox is behind Susie. Like, it surprised us. Like, you heard podcasters talking about it. Guess what? Later, they turned right back on Susie. We know the people behind it is not on our side. They don't have our best interest in mind. And I said that but they just don't. They don't have the same people who did Living Single. It's Fox. You know what I'm saying? The same people who did Living Single is Fox. Like, they don't have our best interest in mind. I don't even know if I'm trying to think of a show that they had where it was a couple. I think Rock, him and his wife was married. But I'm just trying to think of shows that people was married. You know what I'm saying? Martin.
Yeah.
Martin on Fox. Martin was on Fox.
Was it on Fox?
Was it on Fox? I think it's. We gotta check.
Yeah, I gotta Google that now.
Check that out. I don't know if Martin was. I think Martin was on the main paper.
Oh, it was Fox.
Yeah, it was Fox. Yeah, because I remember going to commercial. Yeah. So they were all like single shows type things. So,
Interesting.
They just, our best interest is not. And then I think all of the modern characters were single.
Yeah.
Nobody was married. You had like the Cosby Show. That was on ABC.
But the mom was still like man. She was mannish. Yeah, she decided when it was time to take authority over her husband in the annals of raising the children. Um, I don't remember what it was, but I think Bill Cosby was the baby doctor and she was a more general physician. It was subtle things that show she had authority in the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see that. I can see that.
Yeah. Not to say that a woman can't have some level of authority in her house. That's not the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is that the subliminal messaging is that really the woman was controlling it the whole time.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Like, he was like, like a little goofy.
Yeah.
Maybe the man like a little goofy.
Yeah, because he was kind of funny in the show.
Yeah.
He was always that funny one, and she was more of the disciplinarian one.
So
Yeah. So
that's crazy. You just pointed that out.
yeah,
Well,
for
we
sure.
don't. Yeah, we don't have no shows where it's like everybody hates Chris. Everybody hates
I
Chris.
actually like that show.
Yeah,
I actually like
but I'm
that
just
show.
saying I can see what you're talking about. Like the mom is like,
Aggressive, masculine, mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
his dad is a little goofy. Sometimes he went down the
Absolutely.
whatever, but he used
And
to,
I don't know what your household was like, but my household was not like that. I
right.
don't know. In all of the households that I knew of where there was a man in the house, it was never like that. It's always, from my experience,
Mm-hmm.
the man was the leader in the house.
Mm-hmm.
The man was the brains of the house.
Right.
Everybody relied on dad.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to see that on TV is like, it doesn't really represent what I've seen in my own personal life. And
But if you didn't have a father and mom, you could be fed anything. Yes.
oh yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, 100% for sure.
That's crazy. Thinking like, wow.
hmm They want us to believe it's normal for our women to be masculine. They want us to believe it so bad, but that relationship dynamic is played out. It don't work. It's producing nothing but single women that are putting themselves in positions to raise their own children by themselves.
Mm.
And I tell this joke all the time. If my ex-wife was successful in putting me on child support, I would have left too. Because why would you put me on child support and I walk 4 miles to see my daughter every day?
Mm.
These are the decisions that our women are making, man. Our sisters are making poor choices. And of course, the men are. But we already talked about it. We talk about the men every day. Our sisters are making some irresponsible choices with these men, man. And imagine the scope of what you'd be able to produce if that just wasn't a burden you had to bear.
I think I added mine up. I did $10,000 last year.
And that's madness.
I could have gave my kids something with vacations.
Man,
All that was scrap.
man.
I can't afford to go on vacation. I gotta pay my bills.
You gotta pay them. And where did that money go? Maybe it went to a good place. I don't know, but most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time it goes to the bare minimum. Most of the time it goes to supporting the woman and what she has going on in her house.
What she got going on? Right? She ain't breaking bread. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and like a child support. Oh, here you go. Here you
Right.
go.
And a lot of brothers, tax returns be nothing. Tax returns pay a majority of that. She can't even break off the guy with the tax return. She getting 10 bands back. You getting 10 bands, you can't give me one. All of this.
Ain't going. Yeah, ain't shit going.
Listen,
What?
man, it's designed for us to be on the bottom, brother.
I would never do no shit like that. If I had,
man,
if I was a college athlete,
man,
and I got back
10 bands.
10 bands, I would get a woman like at least 3-4
off the top, bro. That's how we think.
It's on GP.
That's how we think, brother. That's not how they think. And until they change their mind and do something different, brother, we gotta treat them just like we treat the men we gotta get rid of and get rid of them. Stop rewarding these women with children and love and affection. Well, all women need love. No, they don't. Because you wouldn't say that to an abusive man. You wouldn't say that. You need to love him anyway. I'm not gonna love you anyway. You abuse me with this goddamn child support. I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it, Johnny. I can't do it. Let them go.
That's crazy. You pointed that out. 10 bands. What did they do with that 10 bands?
Nothing. Nothing
You
of
ain't
any
get,
value. They build nothing.
they ain't call you up. You know,
Mm.
I'm glad you were paying all this year. Free back.
No happy annual child support day. None of that. No,
Okay. No holiday.
no, thank you for helping me
Look.
provide for all my children, not just yours, but all my children,
Yeah.
and my man who's probably not working in this house because I make
Three
four
pair of
children.
Jordans one time. 3 pairs. I think I had one.
Man,
He get 3 pairs for his birthday.
man.
You remember a couple of days, maybe a week ago,
Mm.
you were in the studio when I came to the studio. You was like, man, what's wrong?
Mm.
And what did I tell you? Like, man, this
Child support.
You know what I'm saying? So to have a
Mhm.
brother down like that,
Man.
and what do I do every weekend? Do I can't be here in the studio?
You be working.
Yeah. Just
You
trying to
working.
make that up. What you doing? And I got all these ideas in my head.
Man.
And I want to lay down. Johnnie, what you doing?
Mm.
Working.
Man. That's why a lot of these men be abandoning these babies. I'm not saying it's right, but maybe not abandoning, but how much time can you spend with your child? If you don't work an extra 80 hours this week, you're not gonna have enough money to have a place for that child to come back to. Which Johnnie, ding, 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 that's the goal. That's the objective. Get the man away from the children so you can corrupt the child. You corrupt the child, you corrupt generation after generation. That's all it takes, man. Corrupted children corrupt whole generations, man. Whole entire generations.
Right.
For sure. But anyway.
We learned a lot, man. We definitely got to talk about this topic a lot more. We're coming up with an hour exactly. I definitely got to chop this up and make different clips from it. You can say some stuff to people.
Man.
It's gonna be the stuff is gonna go on TikTok for real. Because you broke it down. Like you got me sitting there thinking, I'm sitting there like, I'm supposed to be hustle. Like, yeah.
For sure.
Thought-provoking stuff. So no doubt, we're definitely gonna have you on board, man, and hopefully we can do this a lot more for real.
For sure, all praise to the Most High.
Every podcast we had has been like just blowing my mind, like for real. Straight up. So, and then vice versa. Your podcast, you on your platform now, aren't you?
Man, no, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No. I've been taking a little bit of a break from streaming.
Oh, okay.
It's getting to my mind. I got so much going on. I just needed to take a hike. But next week is gonna be full of streaming.
Yeah.
So all praises, man. We're gonna get some shows going, man.
So I see your beard getting full over there. Like
It's trying to, man. It's trying to get
the camera.
It's trying to get
something in and get thicker and all that.
For sure.
That's what's up. All right, no doubt. We're getting out of here. Thank you for tapping in. Make sure y'all like and sharing. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe.
That's right.
And all of that.
That's right.
My host coming in, working it down for us. I've learned a lot today. So with that being said, we're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for tapping in.
Yes, sir.
Street.